On October the 7th, you tweeted, "Give them hell, Netanyahu. Enough
Yeah.
is enough." And you got some blowback for that, as everybody
Yeah, a
who
lot.
says anything about this. Were you
Yeah.
surprised by the scale of the blowback? Do you wish you'd phrased that tweet differently? Do you have any regrets about it?
Well, I was upset because I had developed somewhat of a Muslim following on YouTube, and I was very happy about that. A lot of people on the Islamic side of the world were watching my biblical lectures, for example, and and I've had extensive conversations with Muslims on my YouTube channel, and I burnt some of that up.
What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. So Jordan Peterson is responding to, I guess he got some backlash for, when he told Netanyahu to give them hell. Now, Jordan Peterson is a very smart man. Many of the things he says when it comes to psychiatry, when it comes to having coping skills to deal with life and life issues, how we should make our own beds before we go to save the world. I totally agree with so many things that he says. But when it comes to geopolitical topics, I have seen some of his positions, and I'm like, I think it needs to slow down a little bit here, because geopolitics is something that takes a good bit of time to study, to fully understand. I myself don't fully understand it. I'm trying to learn. I'm hungry to learn. I want to learn.
And I'm not sure I did that. Well, I would say I'm certain I didn't do that in the most productive manner. And so do I regret it? It would have been better to do the long form, to have done the long form to begin with, And Twitter invites and rewards a certain amount of impulsivity. And it wasn't, Pierce, I don't know if it's ever time for impulsive action, especially when the stakes are serious,
You know what? Shout out to Jordan Peterson, though, because that takes a lot of courage to come back and say, maybe I shouldn't have did it that way. We don't get it right all the time the first time. We don't get it right. And this is a man who does have a heart. So I'm not saying all of a sudden now he's going to rep some Palestinian flag. I don't need him to do that. But it takes courage to say, I might have went too far that time.
I don't think we can have a Palestinian state at this point. I've had it with the Palestinians. I've given up on the Palestinians. If I was in Israel, I wouldn't be talking about a Palestinian state right now. I don't think Joe Biden should be talking about a Palestinian state right now. And I don't like how people tried to differentiate between the Palestinians and Hamas. To me, I see people with guns. That's Hamas. The people without the guns are the Palestinians. They believe the same thing.
He says he gives up on the Palestinians. When did you give on the Palestinians? Listen, the Palestinians don't even know me, right? I'm not going to sit here and act like I've been crusading for Palestinians. But doesn't this sound absolutely insane? I mean, how racist. And I don't even use that word, but yeah, Gustav, God has it right. And let me tell you, Gustav, I respect this man on Twitter. He is, if you want to say sides, he's not promoting the Palestinian, quote, side. And he even knows that this is a bit much. These are lives. And if anything, this is why I say America's implicated in so much that, well, I hope everybody's ready. Let me just say this, because I just hope everybody's ready. You hear this kind of talk.
There's already been rumors of U.S. boots on the ground in Gaza. These rumors are hard to confirm because typically you're going to get official sources like government lying. You're going to get media organizations being told by governments to lie.
Okay, so we're just going to stop there because Temporal takes a while to get to the point. The Biden administration holds secret talks on stationing American troops in Gaza after Hamas is defeated, whatever that means. But U.S. officials fear deepening political peril at the Israel-shelled refugee camp, which did happen. And what was the answer? Well, Hamas was hiding there. We're going to get into really why this is all happening, because this is all really about the geopolitical, the geological position of Gaza and where it's located and how they want to kind of, do their gas pipelines and everything else. Because doesn't it always come down to this? While everybody's rah-rah system buying, that's what it comes down to. People have their own motives, right? And so when Jesse Waters is saying, I'm done with the Palestinians and Israel should do what they have to do, it's not just Israel, Jesse. We're being dragged into this too. I mean, we are fully into this. We are into this. That's the reality. Things are escalating. Rah, rah.